Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 3 of our league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on December 12th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. Jolly League Challenge, Thursday, December 19th at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Lost Zone. On the right, Raging Bolt. Our Raging Bolt player is going first for us as they top deck that Nest Ball and play it instantly. That item card allows the player to search their deck for a Teal Mask Ogerpon and put it onto the bench. I think I saw Regidrago in there, so this might actually be Regidrago with just the Raging Bolt start, as Beach Court is put into the active spot, and then the Teal Mask Ogerpon uses its Teal Dance to accelerate an energy to itself and then draw a card. Energy attachment per turn attaches a grass energy to the active Raging Bolt, and then things are passed over to our Lost Zone player. With Comfey in the active spot, Flower Selecting is activated its ability to look the top 2 cards, keep one of them, and send one to the Lost Zone. Grass energy sent to the Lost Zone. Second Comfey hits the bench here. And let's see what other moves our Lost Zone player has. Next is the Course Experiment. That supporter card has the player look at the top 5 cards of their deck, send 2 of them to the Lost Zone, and the remaining 3 to their hand. So you can see lots of decisions in this Lost Zone deck, as Buddy Buddy Poffin and Rescue Board are Lost Zoned in favor of keeping those other 3 cards. Switch now will move the Comfey from the bench to the active spot. It uses Flower Selecting to, you guys know, look at the top 2 of the deck, keep one of those cards, and send the other to the Lost Zone, as this appears to be a more difficult decision. With that potential one of Cramorant hitting the Lost Zone there. 4 cards in the Lost Zone, but the Cramorant's in the Lost Zone. So a third Comfey will hit the bench. The Comfey in the active will retreat for free, thanks to the Beach Court. Beach Court Stadium says each active Pokemon has 1 less retreat cost. So thanks, opponent, for the Beach Court to do my third Flower Selecting. Looking at the top 2, revealing them, sending a Lost Vacuum to the Lost Zone, keeping that other card, the Pokestop. Double Pokestop in hand. I don't think there's any need to play it right now. You've got your Lost Zone populated. I guess if you want to go for the turn 1 Mirage Gate, try to find another Lost Vacuum. Let's see, we've got 5. Yeah, another Lost Vacuum would do the trick, but slow and steady as our player passes back over to our, I believe, Regidrago player. They use Teal Dance to accelerate an energy to that Teal Mask Ogerpon EX and then draw a card. Next is Arvin, the League Arvin. Yeah, I see some Regidrago in there, so sorry if I got the deck archetype wrong. We'll see, it'll become even more solid as the game progresses, as the Arvin supporter card is being resolved right now to search the deck for a tool card and an item card. The tool will be the Hero's Cape, Ace Spec, and the item will be the Switch Cart. Okay, Luminous Energy attached to the bench, Teal Mask Ogerpon. The Luminous Special Energy can be attached to anything. It provides energy of any type. It's a rainbow energy. But if there's a second special energy attached to that Pokemon as well, then the Luminous Energy just becomes a colorless energy. But right now, it is definitely a grass energy, fully powering up that Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Switch Cart is played to bring that attacker into the active spot now. The Hero's Cape Ace Spec Tool card will get attached to it, giving it plus 100 HP, 310 that Teal Mask Ogerpon has, and it uses its attack Myriad Leaf Shower to take the KO on the opposing Comfey. Replacement Comf in the active spot as our Lost Zone player starts their next turn with a Flower Selecting, looking at the top two, trying to decide which card to keep and which one to send to the Lost Zone. Rescue Stretcher and Switch Cart are the baits here. As the Night Stretcher, hits the Lost Zone in favor of the Switch Cart, that gets played instantly to do the Comfey dance, move that other Comfey into the active spot. Another Flower Selecting being resolved here, sending the Manaphy to the Lost Zone. That was an easier choice. Now, of course, is Experiment, the supporter card for turn, to look at the top 5. Keep 3 cards and send the other 2 to the Lost Zone. Easy choices here. Super Rod and Nest Ball are sent to the Lost Zone. We have plenty in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in the Lost Zone. As you'll see, these other cards get activated as the Lost Zone gets populated. Nest Ball being played now in order to search the deck for a basic Pokemon, probably an attacker, and they are eyeing up that Pikachu EX. That is found and put into play. Pikachu EX, pretty good card from our Surging Sparks newest expansion. 200 HP, but it has the Resolute Heart ability. If this Pokemon has full HP and would be knocked out by damage from an attack, it's not knocked out, and its remaining HP becomes 10. It also has a Topaz Bolt attack for a Grass, Lightning, and Metal Energy. 300 damage. Discarded 3 energy from this Pokemon. But as you'll probably see here coming up, it's not too crazy to power up this Pikachu EX in one go with help from the Lost Zone arsenal. Radiant Greninja put onto the bench now, and it uses its Concealed Cards ability to discard an energy and draw 2 more cards. I believe we have an attack in hand, but first Pokestop put into play and then being activated. The Pokestop Stadium card, of course, allows a player once per turn to discard the top 3 cards of their deck, and then they may add any item cards discarded this way into their hand. Buddy Buddy Poffin and Switch Cart will hit the hand for our Lost Zone player here as a Water Energy hits the discard pile off of that Pokestop. Lightning Energy in hand, Mirage Gate in hand, so as long as there is the required energy in hand, there can be a KO this turn with that Pikachu EX Topaz Bolt. Lightning Energy manually attached to the Pikachu for turn. And then the Prime Catcher Ace Spec being played now. That acts like a Guzma for you old school players. You can choose one of your opponent's Pokemon, or you do choose one of your opponent's Pokemon on the bench, bring it into the active spot, and then you do the same over on your side of the field. So the Prime Catcher played means the Raging Bolt will move into the active spot on the opponent's side. Pikachu EX moves into the active spot on the Lost Zone side over on the left. Next is Mirage Gate. When there are 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you can play that item card to accelerate a basic energy, 2 different basic energies from your deck to a Pokemon. Or I guess to your Pokemon in any way you like, actually. But here, the Grass Energy and the Metal Energy will be accelerated to the Pikachu EX, thanks to that Mirage Gate. And the populous Lost Zone here. Anything else to do but attack? Oh my gosh, double Mirage Gate still in hand. As long as there's the correct energy in deck, this Pikachu will attack the next turn as it uses Topaz Bolt, discarding 3 energy, 300 damage to that Raging Bolt, taking the KO on it. And play will resume over on our Regidrago player's side. So far it's been Raging Bolt and Teal Mask Ogerpon, though, as a Nest Ball. We'll find a Weirdeer V to put onto the bench from the deck. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, Grass Energy accelerated onto the active with its Teal Dance ability and drawing a card. Finding a Cyclizar to put onto the bench. Fire Energy manually attached from hand to the active. Switch cart now being played to switch the Weirdeer V into the active spot, and its Frontier Road ability will trigger. When it moves into the active spot, you can move any amount of energy from your other Pokemon to that Weirdeer V. All the energy going on to the Weirdeer V, and it has the Psy-Shield Bash attack, 40 times 40 damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be 200 normally, but thanks to Pikachu EX's Resolute Heart ability, remember, if it would be knocked out when it has full HP, its new HP becomes 10 instead. So potential oversight on our Weirdeer Teal Mask Ogerpon player's side on the right hand side. Potentially as our Lost Zone player starts their next turn. Let's see how they can respond. They definitely have to knock out this Weirdeer V, because that's the biggest threat. They would take off all the energy on board with the KO as well. So they start with a Super Rod to shuffle back into the deck from the discard pile 3 energy cards. Reloading for this potential incoming Topaz Bolt on that Pikachu EX. The hand was not disrupted last turn for our Lost Zone player, so they've got double Mirage Gate in hand. The dice marker there means that that Pikachu EX has 10 HP remaining. Yep, there's double Mirage Gate. So is there enough? I guess with the double Mirage Gate you have guaranteed attack, but you'd like to not power up this Pikachu with 2 Mirage Gate. You'd like to power it up with Energy Attachment plus 1 Mirage Gate. So our player's going to dig a little with this Course Experiment, looking at the top 5. Lots of items there. Got to send 2 of them to the Lost Zone. Buddy Buddy Poffin and Nest Ball going to the Lost Zone. That's okay, as we got our dudes on board now. Basic Switch moves the Comf into the active spot. It now uses Flower Selecting, sending Hisuian Heavy Ball to the Lost Zone and adding Grass Energy to the hand. I think our player has everything they need now with that. Switch back into the Pikachu EX, attach Grass Energy to the Pikachu EX for turn from hand, and then fire off this Mirage Gate to accelerate a Lightning Energy and a Metal Energy from the deck to that Pikachu EX. And we're going to see another big Topaz Bolt here. Anything else before the KO in this big power play on this turn? Nope, Topaz Bolt for 300, KOing the Weirdeer for 2 more prize cards, and more importantly, removing all the energy from our Teal Mask Ogerpon side of the field. I believe the Teal Mask Ogerpon went into the active spot, and play resumes on the right hand side with an Arven. Remember that supporter allows the player to search their deck for an item and a tool. Just the energy retrieval item found off of this Arven in order to bring back 2 basic energy from the discard pile to the player's hand. 1 of the Grass Energy accelerated to the Teal Mask Ogerpon with Teal Dance, and drawing 1 more card. 310 HP that Ogerpon has, so it is out of range of a Topaz Bolt. Energy attached for turn to the bench Cyclizar. And the body language shows the turn is probably close to over for our Ogerpon player on the right hand side. It looks like our Teal Mask Ogerpon player could not see a way to come back in this game. They had enough. I mean, the Pikachu EX wouldn't have KO'd the Ogerpon, but I guess this is a Lost Zone deck. They could play more than one of those Lost Vacuums to remove that tool and get the KO for the last 2 prize cards. So yep, our right-hand player has had enough and offers the concession to our Lost Zone player to wrap up this round 3 of our league tournament. What do you think of this video in the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, thank you for playing some Pokemon, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.